edition of Debatable here on GodIsAGeek.com. My name is Colm, and this week we're looking at big explosions and big set pieces and crashes and big fires and stuff that we can't do here on Debatable because the budget doesn't allow for it. When you look out the window and you see the sun shining and you hear the birds chirping and the grass freshly grassing, you know it's time for a summer blockbuster. In Hollywood, the summer months bring the action-packed thrill rides to the public. That might be a space epic or a murder thriller, but in recent years, it's been all about superheroes. Marvel has dominated the box office during summer months as people come out in droves to watch Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, the Hulk, and this year, the basically, to the masses at least, unknown Guardians of the Galaxy. However, the unknown Guardians of the Galaxy grossed over $770 million this year, making it the third highest grossing film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe behind Iron Man 3 and The Avengers, which grossed an incredible $1.5 billion. And what does this tell you? Well, it tells you the public really do like themselves a big summer blockbuster now, don't they? Likewise, even with the influx of independent developers coming to the fore with fantastic video games, the video game playing public do like a big blockbuster too. The AAA space is still a force to this day. People enjoy the hoopla surrounding a new Halo release, or even from this year, Destiny. It's human nature. When that hype train is running, it's very hard not to get caught up in it. The pinnacle, of course, is Destiny's stablemate, Call of Duty. While the series turned the corner for many with Call of Duty 4, it wasn't until the Modern Warfare sequel that COD cemented itself as a mainstream property. Modern Warfare 2 had everyone talking, whether it was because of controversial airport levels or just the game itself. Bobby Kotick and Activision reaped the rewards because of it and for years to come. Black Ops was released in November 2010 and sold 25 million copies in 9 months. In 2011, Modern Warfare 3 sold 6.5 million copies in the US and UK in a day, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2 took in 500 million on its first day, making it the biggest launch in all of entertainment. Up until Rockstar broke that record a few months later with some game with a V in the title, earning 800 million in the first 24 hours. This juggernaut couldn't be stopped. And then Ghosts came out. For the first time in years, the series failed to better the sales of the previous installment. But when people look back on Ghosts and ridicule it for all it's worth, do remember that this launch of the game was actually a bit scattered because it was releasing on the previous gen a couple of weeks before, it was releasing on the new gen, and the new gen version is sitting on a 78 on Metacritic. And the game sold 19 million copies as of February this year. Not too shabby. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, this year's Call of Duty, fared a bit better critically and enjoyed a 2-week period on top of the charts ahead of big hitters like Assassin's Creed Unity and Halo the Master Chief Collection. Some are yearning for Activision's cash cow to stop spitting out milk, but doesn't look like the series is going to be slowing down anytime soon now. Last week, Activision and its CEO Bobby, high on Brad Pitt's friend Kotick, proudly stated that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare had the biggest launch in 2014. Since Activision created the Call of Duty franchise in 2003, franchise revenues have exceeded $10 billion in sales worldwide, far exceeding box office receipts for such household movie franchises as Hunger Games, Transformers, Iron Man and Avengers combined. Advanced Warfare is the biggest entertainment launch of 2014 in terms of revenue, surpassing all movie, music and book launches this year. As well as that, he added that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare had become the highest selling digital launch in console history. The Fight Club star's Buddy didn't back this up with numbers or sales figures exactly, which was a bit disappointing, but he seems fairly adamant that the series is still on top of its game. I have a confession to make. Up until last week, I'd only ever played like a smattering of Call of Duty here and there. The opening of Ghosts and maybe the first few chapters of Modern Warfare 2, but nothing to write home about, you know? Then 7 days ago, on my journey to try and play everything before our year-end discussions for GOTY, I finished Advanced Warfare's campaign, and now I get it. For years, I was one of the little ones that would throw stones and claim that the series was a load of God Bless America bullshit, full of explosions and obvious storytelling, while too busy myself playing artsy-fartsy stuff and not bothering to actually play Call of Duty. There is some God Bless America bullshit in there, there are some explosions, and yeah, there's a bit of obvious storytelling too, but you know what? It's a well-made game. Over the past couple of weeks, hard to come by. So why is it then that some of the forum using video game playing public were overjoyed with Ghost's downward turn, and in the comments section of many websites, this Advanced Warfare news was met with sarky, snide remarks? Well, I believe one of the aspects for that kind of hatred really is because we as a human race want to see the person in first place be taken down a peg or two, you know? We don't want to see the top dog ruling the roost. We want to shout on the underdog, and I understand that mentality. I'm Irish, for fuck's sake. But as much as it's good for the COD players to branch out and experience a jazz punk or a Gone Home, it's good for those of us that were in floods of tears at the end of The Walking Dead, Season 1 at least, to jump into a balls-to-the-wall gunfight. While some of Advanced Warfare's beats can be seen from a mile away, its story is definitely not shit. In fact, it's quite enjoyable, and the gameplay is terrific. Plus, Burble Kint. And you know how many offensive bugs or glitches I came across? 0. Will there be a time when Call of Duty takes a backseat to something else? Yeah, of course there will be. You go back a couple of years and we all had fucking plastic instruments cluttering up our front rooms. But the series' success is completely understandable. As much as we love a heartfelt tale or a deep story, we love blowing shit up. We love watching other people blow shit up. It's fantasy. It's extravagant. It's the allure of the blockbuster. And now it's time for my favourite part of the show, where you get to voice your opinion on what I said last week. And what I said last week was all about the patch culture, and how so many video games nowadays, even over the past couple of weeks, you look at Assassin's Creed Unity, Drive Club, Halo the Master Chief Collection, and how so many essentially broken products are being released onto the market. And you let me know what you thought about what I put forward in that particular video. So let's turn on our 2120 vision and have a look at what you said. We have a comment from The Unknown. Oh, ominous. The Unknown says, every game has its F-ups. It's alright, you're allowed to swear on this show. Just Unities are more significant than others, so thanks to patches, the F-ups will become minor glitches that we either chuckle at or ignore. But remember, no game is bug-free. Now, alright, for the most part, yeah, no game is 100% bug-free. I can't think of the actual term for it, but there is a term that developers will use for shippable bugs, stuff that they know is there, but it's kind of just so minor that they just hope the video game playing public will kind of get over it. And I suppose you make certain allowances for things, but some things you just can't make allowances for, like Arno falling through the fucking world. Come on now. You know, or the multiplayer not working in Halo. Certain things you have to kind of just say, lads, come on now, back to the drawing board and fix it before you fucking release it, you know? But that's what you said to me about last week's show, and I want to know what you think about this week's show. So do please tell me all about your thoughts on Call of Duty and why you hate it, why you think it stands for everything that's wrong with video games, or why indeed you think it's fantastic and that you think people should branch out and play games of all varying genres and stuff like that. You can do so by leaving a comment on this here YouTube video, or the comment on the article itself on godofthegeek.com, or you can tweet me. Because everything I say on this show, on past shows and future shows, well, look, it's just my opinion and my opinion alone. And as always, dear friends, it's debatable.